Hi there, this is Max and you are at English Climax. Very good. So, in our first video for IELTS course, we want to learn everything. I mean, a full list of vocabulary, expressions, idioms you need to know for all four skills of IELTS or any other exam for this topic. I mean, animals and zoos. Okay, this is our first lesson, guys. So, let's dive in. Okay, before starting, I want to just tell you about actually what we want to study in this video. So the table of contents include types of animals, classification of animals, I mean inhabitants, and then we have habitats, parts of the body, benefits of pets, idioms and expressions you need for speaking of the IELTS, and also some phrases that you need for writing, adjectives which can come with the word animal, and also disadvantages and advantages of cages. Okay, here we go. All right, so look at here, we have types of animals in our first part. Types of animals. Animals can be predator, okay, or prey. An animal that kills and eats other animals is called predator, and the animal that is killed by the predator for its food is called prey. So I want to give examples for each. For example, a predator, a lion can be a predator, and a rabbit can be a prey, can be considered as a prey. So let's move on to classification of animals, I mean inhabitants. Okay, so animals can be omnivore, like pig, bear, fox, raccoon, and etc. Okay, I will show the pictures. Okay, by the way. So animals can be herbivore, carnivore, mammal, marsupial, okay, reptile, bird, amphibian, and insect. Okay, let me explain each for you. An omnivore, okay, an omnivore is an animal that eats both meat and plants. And herbivore is one that only eats plants. The animals that can eat only plants, flowers, and stuff like that, they are called herbivore or herbivore. H is silent in English. I mean in American English. Okay, next word is carnivore. Carnivore is an animal that eats meat rather than plants. Next word is mammal, like your mammal, is one which gives birth to babies rather than lays eggs and feeds actually its young with milk. Next word is marsupial. Marsupial is one carrying their babies in a pouch at the front of their body until the babies are fully mature and can live by themselves. Like kangaroos, they have a pouch in front of their body. Okay, next word is reptile. Another category, which is a reptile, can be explained in this way. It's a kind of animal which has scaly skin and lays soft shelled eggs on land. Next word is a bird. If I want to give you an example for reptile, I can tell you a lizard can be a reptile. Next word is bird. A bird is a creature with feathers and wings. Most of them can fly. It's really common, okay? This word is really common. I know that you know. Next word is an amphibian, okay? An amphibian is an animal that can live both on land and in water, okay, like frogs. And the next word, our next word is insect. Is a small creature with 6 legs and usually wings. All right, now let me just give you more examples for each. I want to give you some examples and show the pictures. Okay, so let's begin with actually omnivores. omnivores like pigs. I will tell you the words so that you can actually understand how to pronounce this word. The first word is pig. Burr. Let me zoom in so that you can see better. All right, hope that you can see the pictures very well right now. Okay, so pig, bear, fox, raccoon. I have written the actually phonetic here as well. Raccoon. As you can see, the stress is on the second part of this word. Okay, next word is hedgehog, squirrel, squirrel. Let's go to herbivore. We have cows, rabbits, horse, bull, camel, hippo. You know, camel is a kind of animal that can live without water for a long time. So let's go to next category, which is a carnivore. Carnivores are all predator can be considered as carnivores. Next word is tiger, leopard, wolf, bear, shark. Okay, shark is a kind of fish, yeah, as well. All right, let's move on to mammals. Okay, as you can remember, I told you that mammals do not lay eggs. Okay, like bird, whale, dolphin, pig, seal, bat. Okay, let's go to marsupials, kangaroos, koala, wombats. I think wombat must be found, can be found in Australia. Okay, platypum. Okay, the next word is possum. Yes, I have written it the wrong way, so let me just erase this section. Possum, and then we have wallaby. Yes, it's kind of like that it looks like a kangaroo. All right, so let's go to next page. And next category is reptile, lizard, snake, turtle. Next word is, look at that, chameleon. Chameleon. All right, so as you can see, the stress is on the second part, and ch sounds k. Chameleon. Crocodile, iguana. Yes. Let's move on to next one, and we have birds here: ducks, parrots, eagles, swan, pigeon, ostrich are next actually groups of animals. Here we have amphibian, frogs, toads, bullfrog, which is a little bit bigger than frogs. Okay, and then we have salamander. Okay, and as you can see, amphibians can live both in land and in water. Okay, then we have insect. Insect, beetles, ladybugs, bees, ants, mosquito, fly is a general word. Wasp, that can bite. Yes, cricket, lice, butterfly, and cicada. Okay, and the last word is a dragonfly. Very good, very nice. Okay, now let's move on to the next part. Let me zoom out so that you can see better right now. I think that must be better. Okay, habitats habitats refer to the place or location that animals live in. Okay, so let's start from tropical forest. It's a jungle in which there is a lot of rain. I mean, it rains cats and dogs. We have rainforests, and then this word is the same. Grassland. Okay, grassland is obvious, is a land full of grass. Oceans. It's a piece of land full of water. Yes, next word is a place in which you cannot find any water. And then next word is mountains. Okay, and pay attention to the pronunciation of this word. Uh, T is a kind of glottal T. I mean that in American English, okay, normally T is pronounced like this: mountain, mountain. You cannot hear T. Yes, so mountains. And our next word is sanctuary. Yes, a wild sanctuary is a place where animals are protected, especially those animals actually are on the verge of the extinction. Okay, next word is coast. The coast is an area of land next to the sea, kind of like beach, but it's a little bit different from that. Okay, next word is lake. A lake is a large area of fresh water surrounded by land. Next word is pond. A pond is an area of water smaller than lake. So uh, pond and lake are the same, but ponds are a bit smaller. Okay, and underground ecosystem. Next word, let me just pause. And coral reefs. Coral reefs is an underwater ecosystem characterized by reef building corals. So if you Google the picture, you can understand what the coral reefs are. Okay, let's go to the next word. We have caves. Cave is a let's say that cave is a big hole in the mountains. Next word is valley or canyon. A valley is a long, narrow area of land between two hills or between two big mountains. So next word is marsh. Marsh is a very wet, muddy area of land, okay, which is really dangerous if someone goes in. And next word is archipelago. Archipelago. And again, as you can see, I have added this line to show that the stress is on let's say that on the third actual syllable. Okay, anyway, archipelago is a group of small islands. Let's go to next word, and we have volcano. Is a mountain which actually hot melted rock, gas, steam, and actually ash burst out of it. Okay, next word is actually our last one is an animal shelter. It's not a natural place, but can be considered as a place in which the animals can live. Okay, so animal shelter is a place for orphaned animals, animals which have no owners. Okay, let's go to parts of body. Okay, uh, look at that. We have a lot of words here. For sure, you don't need all these words for speaking. For writing, for sure, it's obvious. This is crystal clear. But I can tell you that these words are important for you if you want to, let's say that, understand the readings or listening section of the IELTS. Okay, so I will explain each word, but if you find it really boring, this section, you can go to next part. I mean, let's say that, okay, because we have, you can go to part E, which is benefits of pets. So I will explain it for you. Here we go. Let's get back to parts of the body. Okay, our first word is beak. Beak is the hard mass of a bird. Fur, okay, is the soft hair that covers some animals. Claw is another part of the body, a sharp nail on an animal's foot. Shell, a hard outer covering that protects some animals. Pouch, okay, you can find it in a lot of animals, especially in Australia, like let's say that in kangaroos. A pocket like bag on some animals that holds their babies. Let's move on to word number 6. Muzzles, the part of an animal's face that has the nose and mouth. Antlers, The bony branch-like things that grow on the heads of male deer. Yes, antlers. Okay. Hooves. Okay, which the singular form, I can write it for you. Let me type it. Is hoof. And as you know, if a noun ends in F, so when you change it to plural form, F has to be changed to VES. So we have here hooves. So this is the plural form. Okay, the hard part of the hard feet of animals like horses and cows. Eyeball, yes, is the next word. Round part of the eye that helps us to see. Okay, wing is our 10th word here in the body section. A body part that helps birds and bats fly. Wings, yeah. Next word is tail. Tail is the long part at the back of an animal's body, often used for keeping the balance or communication. Our next word is feather. You can see the pronunciation here, the phonetic here. Feathers is, let's say, let me just make it bold, are soft, flat things that covers birds' bodies and help them fly. Okay. Next word is mane. Mane is a long hair around the neck of some animals like horses and lions. Whisker, okay. Long, stiff hairs on a cat's face that help it feel things. Amazing. Nostrils, okay. One of the two holes in your nose that help you breathe. Okay. All right. So next word is gill. A part of fish that helps them to breathe underwater. Word 15 is for word number 17. Webbed feet. Feet with skin between toes, which help animals like ducks actually swim better. Face is obvious. Okay, I don't explain it. Okay, tusk. Tusk is a long tooth that sticks out from some animals like elephants. Paw is our next word. An animal's foot, usually with soft pads and claws. Hide, okay. Hide, again, hide is like a fur, F-U-R, okay. The skin of some animals, okay, especially when it is thick like a cow's skin. That fur, F-U-R, is different from hide. Some animals have hide and some of the others have fur. Okay, next word, which is used normally for reptiles, is called scale. Small flat pieces that cover fish and reptiles like snakes. Tongue, your tongue, okay. Comb, okay, which M has to be deleted. Yep. And the next word is crown. Okay. Comb or crown. A fleshy part on a bird's head. Okay, like a chicken. Let's say that comb. Front and hind legs. Front means front and hind means back. Front, back. Okay. All right, let's go to word number 25. 26. Thigh. Let me just put it down. Okay, scroll it down. Okay, here we have thigh. Thigh is the upper part of your leg between your hip and knee. Finger is one of the 5 parts at the end of your hand. You use them to grab something. Yes, your finger. Trunk is the long nose of an elephant that they use to grab food and drink water. Okay, so next word is sharp teeth, or just the word teeth. Hard parts in your mouth used for biting foods. Okay, and then we have fin. You can find it in animals like dolphins, a flat part on a fish body that helps it to swim. Okay, it's located on the upside, or let's say that on the upper side of their bodies. Next word is tentacles. Long flexible arms on some sea animals like octopuses that help them grab things. Abdomen is the lower part of your body where your stomach is located. Wattle, okay, a piece of soft skin hanging from the neck of some birds like chicken. Okay, I mean this section that is hanging, yes, in some animals like chicken or roosters. Hump. Hump is a rounded bump on the back of some animals like camels that stores fat. Mouth. Obvious, we can talk with our mouth. Hand. Yes, I can type with my hands. Ankle. Yes, as a joint connecting your foot to your leg, it helps you move your foot up and down. Blood is our next word, which is number 38. Okay, so the red liquid in your body that carries oxygen and nutrients to keep you healthy. Next word is bottom. The lowest part of your body is called bottom, just that you can sit on. Brain, you can think with your brain. Yes. Next word is calf. Calf is a young cow, or look at that, calf has two meanings. Okay, it can be considered as an animal, a young cow. Okay, or it can refer to the back part of your lower leg, exactly just right below your knee. Yep. Okay, cheek. These two sections, these two, let's say that soft area on your side of your face is called cheek. Okay, we have chin. The bottom part of your face is called this chin. Elbow, the joint in the middle of your arm that lets you bend it. Okay, so elbow. Yeah. Wrist, this section of this area of your hand is called wrist, or the joint connecting your hand to your arm. It helps you move your hand around. Okay. Eyebrow. These words, some of them are really easy, so I'm sure that you don't have difficulty to remember all of them. Okay, line of eyebrow. Yes, eyebrows. Eyelid. Okay, the skin that covers and protects your eyes when you close them. Forehead. This section, this part of your face is called forehead. Let's move on to heart. Okay. When you love someone and you cannot, you find it unrequited love, okay? So your heart will be broken. Anyway, just joking. The muscle in your chest that pumps blood throughout your body. Heel is the back part of your foot below your ankle. It's where you stand on when you want to walk. Hip is our next word. Okay, the part of your body on either side and where your leg connects you to your torso. Okay, next word is intestine. Intestine, as you can see, chest has the is stressed, stronger than the other parts when you want to accentuate that word. Okay, a long tube in your belly where food gets digested after you eat it. Next word is jaw. Yep. The lower part of your face that moves when you want to eat something, when you want to chew food. Waist is our next word. The narrow part of your body between your ribs and hips where you wear a belt. Okay, let's go to word 55. We are getting closer to the end of the body parts. I know that's a little bit boring for you, but I can tell you that they are necessary. That I mean that they have to be memorized. Okay, kidney. We have two kidneys in our body, an organ in your body that helps you to filter waste from your blood and make it rain. Knee, come across before. The joint in the middle of your leg that lets you bend it. Lip, your lips. Okay. Lung, an organ in your chest that helps you to breathe by taking in air and giving out carbon dioxide. Muscle, okay, your muscles, all right. Soft tissue in your body that helps you move. It gets stronger when you go to the gym and exercise. Nail, nail, your nail. I can show you my nails. Yeah, a hard covering at a tip of your fingers and toes. It protects them and helps you grip things. Rib is our next word. One of the curved bones in your chest that protects your heart and lungs. Our next word is scalp. Scalp, the skin on top of your head where hair grows. So this skin just below your hair, okay, is called scalp. Toe is our next word. One of the five parts at the end of your foot. You use them to balance when you stand or walk. Next word is shin, the front part of your lower leg below the knee. Our next word is shoulder, the joint connecting your arm to your body. It allows you to lift and move your arm. Next word is skin, skin. The outer layer covering your body is called the skin. Skull is the hard bone. Yep, structure that protects your brain and forms the shape of your head. Spine, okay, the spine is the column, okay, is the column of bones in your back that, or we call it backbone as well, in your back that helps you to stand up straight and protect your spinal cord. All right, there we go. Word number 69. Stomach, the bag inside your belly where food goes after you eat them. Okay. And our next word is throat. The front part of your neck where food and air go down into your body. Okay. Let's move on to our last word, word number 71. Thumb. B is thumb. Actually, B is not pronounced. Okay, thumb. Thumb is false. The short, thick digit on your hand that is opposite to the other fingers. It helps you grip things. Okay, so this part was actually body parts. And pay attention. To be honest, you don't need to learn all of them. And you have to keep these words as passive words, not active words. What you need to do is just learn these words, remember them for understanding readings about animals. Okay, because this is a full list. You don't need any other actually file for animals. Okay, let's go to next part, which is benefits of pets. Okay, let's dive in. Benefits of animals. We have some cool expressions here that you can learn and use them for IELTS speaking and also IELTS, actually, let's say that for writing, because these expressions are kind of formal, so you don't have any problems when you use them. Okay, so our first expression is curb loneliness. The word curb means limit, control. When you have animals, they curb loneliness. They can limit, they can control. You don't feel lonely. Yes. And then our next word is boost your mood. Boost here means increase. All right. So and you feel so happy when you have a pet at your home. Okay, symbolize a sense of when something actually symbolizes a sense of something else. It means that it stands for something else. I will give you an example. Don't worry. Okay, provide companionships. Companionships means the state of being with someone, and you like it a lot rather than being on your own. Now, I want to use some of these expressions in my example. I want to write an example here. So let me write it down. Okay, keeping a pet can have a lot of benefits. For instance, when you have a pet, okay, in your accommodation or in your house, let me write it down, house. I don't want to make it really complicated. I want to use the expressions so that you can understand how to use them. Okay, in your house, they can, okay, it can curb your loneliness, and also they boost, okay, it can boost your mood when you feel sad. Another advantage of having a pet is that they, okay, let me just use one word. Okay, uh, okay, it can, because I have used pet here, so I want to use it here. So it can symbolize a sense of affection because they provide companionship for people. All right, so this is it. Okay, keeping a pet can have a lot of benefits. For instance, when you have a pet in your house, it can curb your loneliness and also boost your mood when you feel sad. Another advantage of uh, having, okay, let me just, having a pet is that it can symbolize a sense of affection because they provide, or I can also use it provides because I have used, okay, a companionship for you. Okay, so I've just added it. Okay, I don't want to go into a lot of, actually, let's say that uh, a complicated, complex example. So it's a word that you can understand how to use these words. Okay, let's move on to idioms. I'm telling you guys that you can use curb loneliness, boost your mood, symbolize a sense of blah, 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 provide companionship. You can use them not only for speaking, but also for writing because these expressions are all formal. Okay, let's move on to next part, which are idioms and expressions. These expressions must be used only, you can use them for speaking. Do not use them for task 2 for IELTS because, as you know, task 2 of IELTS is completely formal. So a cat person. When you are a cat person, it means that you love to have a cat. So you say man's best friend. Man's best friend refers to dogs because normally dogs are considered to be the best friends, best friends for people. especially for men. So man's best friend is a puppy. Have a pet hate. Instead of telling I hate pets, you can say I have a pet hate. An animal lover. When you are an animal lover, so it means that you love animal a lot. Okay, right now I want to use some of these expressions in my speaking. Uh, my friends call me a cat person. I mean, I'm an animal lover, especially cats. But my family, okay, but my family is okay. My family has a pet hate. They can't stand any types of animals. Okay, this is an example. I've used three of them. Now let's move on to next expression. Okay, I mean phrases. Look at that. These phrases can be used for both speaking and writing. Normally we use them for writing because the topic which is gonna be, let's say that, how can I say? The topic which is posed for IELTS will be formal for task 2. Okay, so these are some cool expressions that you can use them. All right, so let's start by uh, reading our first word. Species, a class of animals whose members have the same characteristic and breed with each other. They can have babies with each other. Species, we have a lot of species, different species of animals. Okay, next word is be kept in captivity. Yes, be kept in captivity. Look at it here. I use be here to show you that you have to use passive. I mean, am, is, are, was, were, have been, has been. Okay, it depends. When animals are kept in captivity, they are held at a cage. I want to give an example here. For example, the animals, let me just write one species, a special type of animal. For example, the cats are kept in captivity. Okay, you can see that I have used are to show that it has to be passive. Okay, let's go to next word. Become extinct. Dinosaurs actually have become extinct, no longer exist. Extinct, extinct here means no longer exist. Next word is breed. Breed is a, let's say that, how can I say, a particular type of an animal. Yes, it's called breed animal. Okay, our next expression is on the brink or on the verge of extinction. So when an animal is on the brink of extinction or on the verge of extinction, it means that it is very likely to become extinct. All right, so let's move on to our next expression, which is conservation, natural or safari park. All of them are places for keeping animals to be protected from becoming extinct. Well, let's move on to our next word. Roam is our next word. Roam means move freely. When they are not kept in cages, they can roam, they can move freely. Our next word is poach. Poach means to hunt animals illegally. You know that the word hunt is a general word and poach is a specific word which refers to illegal hunting. And this word is a verb. Mate. Mate means actually have a sexual intercourse to make to have babies, to reproduce babies. Suffer from is another expression here, and this expression means badly affected by an unfavorable event or situation. For instance, I can tell you my pet suffers from a special kind of virus. Next word is confinement. Confinement or enclosure refers to the situation or state of being forced to stay in a prison or a cage which you cannot leave. All right. So next word is chirp. Chirp. When when a bird chirps, it means that that bird starts making high-pitched sound, or let's say that it starts singing. Lay eggs. Our next expression is lay eggs. When birds lay eggs, they produce eggs. This is a cool expression that you can use for your writing of IELTS. To be honest, actually, my students asked me a lot about how to say that birds produce eggs. So, lay eggs is a nice expression. Confined, confine is a verb. Can you remember I talked about the word confinement? When you confine something or somebody, it means that you limit and control it, and you put it or you keep it in a cage. Domesticate or tame means to bring an animal under your control. Okay, let's go to next section of our file. Okay, so here we have adjectives that can come with animals. Here we are. Caged. Caged animals are animals which are kept in captivity. Stray animals are animals that are not looked after by anyone because they don't have any owners. You can see a lot of dogs which are stray. Okay, endangered animals are animals that are on the verge or on the brink of extinction. Our next word is venomous. Venomous means poisonous. Some snakes, some special snakes are venomous or poisonous. They are toxic. They have some toxic material or substances. If they bite you, you will die. Aggressive is next word. When an animal is aggressive, it means that that animal shows some threatening behaviors. Domestic animals are animals that have been domesticated or have been tamed to be kept as pets, or they can be kept on farms. Our next word is arboreal. Arboreal is an animal which lives in trees, normally birds. Okay, an animal can also be social. It means that that animal likes to be among people. Okay, our next word is feral. Look at that, we have the word feral and we have the word wild. These two words mustn't be confused with each other, because when an animal is wild, it means that that animal likes to live in nature, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that animal is aggressive. But feral means that that animal shows some kind of wild and uncultivated behavior. So feral is much more negative. Cold-blooded and warm-blooded. Cold-blooded animals are those which cannot control their body temperature, like amphibians. And on the opposite side, we have warm-blooded, which are those kind of animals that can control their body temperatures, like birds. All right, rodent. Rodent is a type of mammal with sharp front teeth, like rats, that they normally wreck things, they destroy things. Okay, fluffy is my favorite word, okay, that I can use for my pet. When when an animal is fluffy, it is really soft and really fairy, full of hair. Okay, fluffy animals, fluffy dog. Okay, next word is terrestrial. Terrestrial, as you can see, we have the stress here on the second part. Those animals living on land or on the ground rather than in the sea or in trees or in the air. And our last word here is marine, refers to those animals living in the sea. We can also use the word aquatic, coming from the word aquarium. So it refers to marine animals. Okay, pay attention, guys, that I have compiled these words which are really common for IELTS reading and also listening. Okay, not only you can use them for listening and reading, but also that can be true for that can be used for other skills. All right, so here we go to next section. All right, so let's go to disadvantages of cages. So when a place is cramped, okay, it's not big enough for animals to roam, to move freely. So the opposite of this word is spacious. Okay, escape their enclosures. Animals can escape their cages, their enclosures, their confinements. So when they escape, they are successful in getting away from a cage. All right, so next word is lose their instincts. So when animals lose their instincts, it means that they lose their natural behaviors that they used to have. For example, if an animal loses its instinct, it cannot hunt as well as it could uh, uh, do it previously. Next word is mate and reproduce. When an animal mates or reproduces, it means that that animal has a sexual intercourse with another animal to have or to produce babies. Be deprived of liberty. Look at that, I have used be here again. It shows that you have to use passive, am, is, are, was, were. Okay, when you are deprived of liberty, it means that you don't have something that you deserve to have, like freedom. Liberty means freedom. Affect ecosystem. Affect here is a verb, like influence, like have an effect on. Okay, so when when something affects ecosystem, it influences, it has an effect on it. Look at it here. Affect doesn't have any preposition. We don't use in, on, at here. Influence is the same, but have an effect has a preposition which is on. Have an effect on. Okay, let's move on. Pose a risk to something. When you pose a risk to something, it means that you cause a risk to something. Be abused for entertainment. When animals are abused for entertainment, they are used in a wrong way as a hobby. Entertainment means hobby. Violate the rights of the animals or the animal rights. When you violate something, you disturb actually the rules. Next word is endanger. Endanger the wild population. Population refers to the number of something like animals, people, or anything. Okay, and endanger the wild population means pose a risk to the number of the animals. Okay, right now I want to just delete this section and give you an example for you. All right, so that you can see how to use these expressions in your writing or in your speaking. There are an abundance disadvantages in keeping animals in captivity. All right, the first negative aspect of this issue is that, as you can see, I didn't use the word disadvantage twice. I try to use synonyms, or I just try to paraphrase my expression. I'm not teaching IELTS tips at this level. I'm just trying to use this expression in my examples. All right, so here we go. The first negative aspect of, let's say that, uh, this issue is that they are deprived of liberty, since their shelters in which they live, they have to live, are too cramped for them to roam. It means that they cannot roam, they cannot move freely. The second one, the second disadvantage, the second one is that they possibly lose their instincts. And so they cannot hunt as they used to do. All right. This third problem they may face is that they can pose. All right, the third problem that they may face is that, uh, let me say that, their population, or I try to use passive more than active in my statements. Okay, is that their population can be in danger when people affect their when people affect their or as people affect their ecosystems. Okay, another issue that they may produce is that, um, it is feasible for some of them to escape their enclosures and pose a risk to people, to the citizens in which they live. All right, so as you can see, I have used the word cramped, so I will bold it. Okay, escape their enclosures, they lose their instincts, be deprived of liberty, endanger the wild population, and pose a risk, affect ecosystem. And the last three expressions can be used as well. uh, Moreover, their freedom, their rights. Let me just use an active because I have overused, let's say that, passive voice, so I can say that. Moreover, the people can violate the animal rights by hunting them, or I can say by hunting is not a good word. Let's change it. Okay, and animal rights when they affect, as they affect their ecosystems. Okay, all right, so I've used this one as well, so I will highlight it. Let me, sometimes the animals kept in cages are abused for entertainment. Okay. All right, so you can see that I have used lots of expressions here, so I'm going to read it again. So there are an abundance of disadvantages in keeping animals in captivity. The first negative aspect of this issue is that they are deprived of liberty, since their shelters in which they have to live are too cramped for them to roam. The second one is that they possibly lose their instincts, so they cannot hunt as they used to do. The third problem that they may face is that their population can be endangered when people affect their ecosystems. Another issue they may produce is that it is feasible for some of them to escape their enclosures and pose a risk to the citizens in which they live. Moreover, people can violate the animal rights as they affect their ecosystem. I have used affect ecosystem twice. It's better to change another word, okay? But I have used it twice. Sometimes the animals kept in cages are abused for entertainment. All right, so let's go to next part, which is advantages of cages. All right, educate children. You can educate children when you have cages, when you have zoos in your city. Okay, so educate means teach. Protect natural habitats. Protect means save. Natural habitats means the place in which the animals are living or they live, okay, in which the animals live. Protect the endangered animals. It's easy. Protect means save. Endangered animals are those animals which are on the brink of extinction. You can also protect those on the brink of extinction, or you can say protect those on the verge of extinction. These two expressions can be used interchangeably. Provide favorable conditions. Conditions means circumstances, situations. Understand the biodiversity of our planet. Biodiversity means the variety of the living things. You can see many different animals in the zoos, okay. So next expressions, next phrases, you can help the animals to be rehabilitated. Rehabilitate means be recovered and get back to normal life. Okay, next expression is yes, let me see that. Uh, Foster an appreciation of animals. Zoos can foster means develop an idea, a feeling. Appreciation of animals. Appreciation means it's a kind of a feeling of being thankful and grateful for having something. And our last expression is provide conditions for mating, having babies, and breeding the endangered species. Okay, we don't have any other expressions here, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the like button. Thanks for that. Again, see you next time. Bye bye.